Good morning, all of you. In our previous session, we have discussed about the flow of execution when we are using the function. And ultimately, what we have observed that whenever we call any function, in that particular case, the control jumps from the call statement to the called function. It means to the function definition, and after that function definition gets executed, then again the control will return to the call statement. Now see, whenever we write any function, in that particular case, we use some arguments, we use some parameters. So today we will discuss about those arguments and those parameters. Fine. So very first thing is we will understand what are arguments and what are parameters in a function. Now see, first of all, for arguments it is given Python refers to the values being passed as argument. Now see what it is given, values being passed. Now where we are passing the value. As you all know that we are only writing two parts of a function. One is the function definition and second one is the function call statement. This is function call statement. This is function definition statement. Okay. So when we are calling the function, that time whatever values we are passing is actually called as the arguments. So here basically we can say that x and y are your arguments or your actual parameters or your actual argument, any one of this. Fine. Now for parameters it is given. Parameters are nothing but the values being received as a parameter. Now see the values being received. So ultimately what you are doing, values of x and y you are passing, and here it is being received in the definition part. Value of x will be received by a, value of y will be received by b. So here in this case a and b will be called as a parameter or a formal parameter or a formal argument. I hope this is clear that what is parameter and what is argument. Okay. Now the next thing is types of argument types in Python. Now see, whenever we write any function, in that particular case as an argument, we can pass three types of information. First is your literals, second is your variables, and third is your expressions. So any one thing you can pass. For example, again same function. Okay. Now here basically we need two values. So during function call it is your choice. The very first thing is by using literals. Literals means constant values. So what you can do, you can directly pass any constant value. For example, I have passed 4 and 5. Okay, so like this infinite values are there. You can pass any two numbers, no problem. Okay, so literals are allowed. Then next is variables. Variables, you can see over here a and b we have passed. Okay, so in the form of variables also we can pass the values as an argument, and third is as an expression also we can pass the values. As an expression means you can do the calculations and then you can pass the values. In this particular case, first this statement will get executed. It means first it will calculate what is x plus y, 5. Then whatever is the answer, that answer will be passed to the function definition. It means to a x plus 5 result will be passed. Similarly inside this b, y minus 6 result will be passed. And now here you are getting actually one more flexibility, that it is not compulsory that both the values has to be literals or both the values has to be variable or both the values has to be expression. No, it is completely your choice. You can write any combination of these also. For example, if I am writing sum and then in the bracket I am writing, suppose one is 4 and second is b. So this is also allowed, means one is literal and one is variable. So this is also allowed. In this manner also you wanted to pass the values, you can pass. Or if I am writing 4 and b plus 2, so this is also allowed. So it means one is literal and second is expression. So any combination you can pass in the as a argument. Okay. Okay, then next is passing parameters. Now here you have to understand that Python supports three types of formal arguments oblique parameters. Okay. Now what you have to understand over here, that these these are the three methods actually through which you can pass the parameters. First is positional argument, that is which is required argument. Then second is default argument, and then next is keyword or named argument. Okay, any one thing we can use. Now we are going to understand actually that what are these three things: positional argument, default argument, and keyword argument. Okay, so we'll discuss all these one by one. So let's start with positional argument first. Positional argument or required argument. It is given when the function call statement must match the number and order of argument as defined in the function definition. This is called as positional argument. Now see, we have already done this, but name wise you don't know the name, or we have not discussed this name. Generally what we are doing, we are writing the definition of the function, then we are writing the call statements. Whenever we are writing the call statements, we always used to check that how many number of arguments are there and what is the position of those parameters basically. Fine. So for example, here two parameters are there. So it is compulsory, remember, it is compulsory that whenever you will pass any values, it is compulsory that two values only you will pass. You cannot pass three values, you cannot pass one value. It means exact number of match has to be there, it is compulsory. Second is their position has to be also same. Position means first value will be given to the first variable only, second value will be given to the second variable only. It means 4 will be given to A only and 5 will be given to B only. You cannot think or you cannot write that 4 is given to B and 5 is given to A. This type of assignment is actually not at all allowed. Okay, so what you have to understand that these are called as positional and required arguments because the number of arguments are fixed. Okay, so whatever we will be passing here must be matched with here. And second important thing is the number of arguments has to be same with the number of parameters. So therefore we are saying that these are required arguments. It means it is compulsory that you have to give. If you will not give, you will be getting error message. Okay, it is your choice. You can give constant values or you can give variables. It is not compulsory that variables must be of same name. You can have same name variables and you can have different name variables also. Okay, so therefore the argument must be provided for all the parameters required. I hope this line is now clear. And the values of arguments are matched with the parameters position wise. And this also I have explained to you. 4 will be given to A and 5 will be given to B. Okay, so now we will switch over to the next topic, that is default arguments. Okay, now in this default argument, what you have to understand, see in previous one, what we have discussed is that number of arguments must be same and order must be same. Now here the default values are specified in the function header of the function definition. Okay, now see, suppose if you know already the value of any argument and which is fixed. So in that particular case, what you can do, you can assign any constant value at the function definition. Okay, for example, here you see, here when we were defining the function, value of A we have not given, but value of B we have given as 6. It means what we have done, we have assigned a default value to this particular parameter. Okay, now what benefit you will be getting? You can call this function like this by passing both the values 4 and 5, by passing any one value A or passing any one value with any other variable also as X. Now what will happen means, what I am saying is all these three methods are correct, all these three statements are correct. Now how the default values will be assigned or not assigned? See, for example, in first case we have given 4 and 5 value. So in this particular case, value of A will be 4 and B will be 5. Remember, value of B will be 5. It means default value will be overwritten by the passed value. Again I am repeating, this default value 6 will be overwritten or will be replaced by the passed value. Okay, And if we are writing only one value or one variable, in that particular case, this will be given to the first parameter in the function definition. It means assignment we are doing from left to right, and whenever we wanted to assign any default value, must be from right to left. Again, I am repeating this statement. Assignment of these values will be from left to right. It means if I have given the value, it means first value will be given to the first parameter only. So value of A will be given to A only. We cannot write for the B. Okay? And over here value of X will be given to A only, not for the B. And if we wanted to assign the default values, it is compulsory that from right only we can assign. If you wanted to assign the value for example, if you are writing def and then you are writing something like this sum, and you wanted to assign the value of A first, A is equal to 5, and you are not writing any value of B, this is not allowed. Okay, this is not allowed. The reason is because here the rightmost parameter is not assigned with any default value. So it is compulsory that you must assign the values from the right side. Then only you can assign to the left side, otherwise it is not allowed. Okay, I hope this is clear. Okay, it is given also in a function header, any parameter cannot have a default values unless all parameters appearing on its right have their default values. This is what I was discussing with you. Okay, now the next thing is, okay, one more thing, that here the parameter having the default value in the function header is also known as default parameter. So this will be called as the default parameter. Okay. Okay, so now the next thing is keywords or named arguments. Okay, so the last topic is keyword or named argument. Now see, till previous method, what we were discussing was it is compulsory that ultimately you have to pass both the values. Okay, ultimately it, and if you are using default value, it must be assigned from the right side. In any random order you cannot assign the values. Now the next thing is, still I wanted to give randomly values of any variables, and in that particular case we are having this option of keyword or named arguments. Now what is the meaning of this? Okay, means what you have to understand, that this one is actually giving us the flexibility so that we can specify the default values for the parameters, and so that we can skip it in the function call if needed. It is again your requirement. If you want, then you can skip that. Okay, here it is given, Python offers a way of writing a function calls where you can write any argument in any order, provided you name the argument when calling the function. What you have to understand, that you are going to name the argument first. Okay, it is compulsory that you have to give the name to the argument first. Okay, now how to do that? Now what you can see over here is that this is again our function definition, and these all are the call part. Now what you have to understand, that you see that here at the time of passing the values, when I have written 4 and 5, 4 value will be assigned to A, 5 value will be assigned to B. Now here you see, at the time of calling, remember this is not default argument. Default argument means we are writing default value in the function definition part, and here we are writing in the function call statement. Okay, in the calling part we are writing. So the keyword arguments we are actually writing in the calling statement part. Now in the calling statement part, you can see when we are calling the function, we have assigned the value of any variable in the left side also it is allowed. The reason is, what it is assumed here, that the value of A is 4, then 4 is passed over here, and value of B, whatever is the value, will be passed to the B. Okay, similarly over here you can see we have given the values to both the variables. Now what will happen here, first 7 will be assigned to x, and then that 7 will be passed over here. Similarly over here, first the value of y will be assigned with 6, and then it will be passed over here. So this is also allowed. Now most important thing, what you have to understand, that even you can use the combinations of this. It is not compulsory that only one method you will be using at one time. Any type of arguments you can pass while keeping the rules in your mind. Okay, so it means default one, then keyword argument, even you can pass these in a same function, a same program, by using the same function. That is also allowed. Only you need to keep the rules, that how you are going to use all these things. I hope up to here it is clear to all of you. And as per your book, we have completed up to page number 110. So kindly go through the topics, and if you have any doubt, kindly ask your doubts. Okay, I feel very happy whenever you are putting any doubts. Okay, so go through the topics, let me know if you have any problem. Try to solve the question answers. Okay, don't wait till the last. Better is try to solve the question answers, so that you will understand that whether you are understanding the topics or not. Okay, thank you so much. God bless you.